Okay guys, this is day 547, Nisa 43 to 48. All believers, do not approach prayer while intoxicated until you are aware of what you say, nor in state of full impurity, unless you merely pass through the mosque until you have bathed. But if you are ill on a journey or have relieved yourselves or being intimate with your wives and cannot find water, and purify yourself with clean earth, wiping your faces and hands, and Allah is ever pardoning, all forgiving. Have you, O Prophet, not seen those who were given a portion of the script yet traded for misguidance and wish to see you deviate from the right path? Allah knows best who your enemies are, and Allah is sufficient as a guardian, and He is sufficient as a helper. Some Jews take words out of context and say, we listen and we disobey. Hear, may you never hear. And Râ'ina heard us, playing with words and discrediting the faith. Had they said courteously, we hear and obey, listen to us, and Unẓurna, tend to us, it would have been better for them and more proper. Allah has condemned them for their disbelief, so they do not believe except for a few. Or you have given the book. Believe in what you have revealed, conforming your own scriptures before the wipe out your faces, turning them backwards, or we condemn the defiant as we did to the Sabbath-breakers. And Allah's command is always executed. Indeed, Allah does not forgive associating others with Him in worship, but forgives everything else of whoever He wills, and whoever associates others with Allah has indeed committed a grave sin. Yeah, as you know, since the start of this surah, we were dealing with family, marriage, inheritance, and in terms of problems, how to resolve them. And then we expand the responsibility to everyone else in society, to your next neighbor, to other people in your community, those who are vulnerable, overlooked, or marginalized. And now this is a spiritual and legal reset in some terms. There is one word, one verse here. They say, don't pray while intoxicated. It doesn't, of course, mean that you can drink alcoholic beverages and then when time passes you can go and pray, and this is normal. Of course, drinking alcohol is not a proper thing to do in Islam. But we are almost we are in Medina period, and still people used to do their old habits, and alcohol and things like that are prohibited in 3 stages as far as I remember. So this is the first thing. Now it says don't pray while you're intoxicated. You don't know what you're talking about, and your brain is intoxicated, and it's not correct, of course. And later in different surahs in Medina period, as you know, it's prohibited. It's actually not logical to pray, to do such a great thing, praying while taking some substances that will take your mind out of you. You have no way of doing sane judgment, and you're trying to pray. It's meaningless something. Yeah. And also some Jewish people distort words, mocked prophets, twisted their tongues, and there are so many things with Jewish people. And also people of the book, also Christians and Jewish, all those are also warned to believe in Quran. There is no point to insist on pride and stubbornness, which will lead to destruction, which will lead you to cause you being in hellfire. Any normal, sane person would be thinking something like this, I guess. Looking to your hand, to anything God gave you, how it is perfect and how it is modeled perfectly. And Allah gave you all these resources on this planet, not for fun, so that you can intoxicate yourself, or you can shirk, you can associate partners with Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. You can do damages to other people, you can steal, you can torture, you can do whatever you want to do. And then it is even hard to say live like an animal. In some cases people use this, but even animals are just doing whatever they programmed to do. They don't do any more or less. That's why they don't have any responsibility. But as a human being, all these God-given things, if you remember, you're supposed to think that there should be some reason for all these blessings given to you. Right at the top, your brain, your aql. You can think, you can reason, you can associate things. None but human being only can do this. And despite the fact that you see all this, if you still tend to live like animals, do whatever you want to do. Animal does not do that, by the way, but it's just the thing that people say is in general. If you live like animals, of course you will waste your life on this planet, which means that you are garbage, which means that you should be burned in hell. Garbage needs to be burned. That's simple. This is how I see. You wasted all the resources God given to you, and you are garbage. If you're garbage, people burn garbage at some point, even today. Yeah. So the simple formula, I guess, for the ones who wants to know. So what we need to do, the Quran always says, believe in Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, only worship Him alone. Believe in hereafter, knowing that God conscious, knowing that one day Allah will judge you, so act accordingly. And be helpful, do the right thing at the right time, for the right amount, for the right reason. Be muhsin. Do good deeds. 3 things. You know what? Martin Luther in 1500, he says the same thing. He says that after studying the Bible, he found these 3 steps. Not that piece of paper called indulgences back then in 1500. Vatican was, Pope was signing and saying that whoever name written here will be accepted to heaven, signed by Pope. And they were selling these papers called indulgences back then in 1500, and Martin Luther said, no, this is idiotic. The formula is simple, but it's simple for the people who wants to see it. If you don't want to see, just like Jewish people, you can distort words, mocked with means, with prophets. At the end, hellfire is waiting for you.